Plantagenet Wine's one of the pioneers of the West Australian wine industry. We're based down in the Great Southern, have been making wines since 1974, first vineyard 1968, and I guess with wine you need to find markets. So we sell a lot of wine domestically, but also we export to a number of markets. And for us, the Access Asia grant program was a fantastic opportunity to expand into some new markets in Asia. When we applied for the Access Asia grant, we had specific markets in mind. We were looking at the Taiwan market, which is quite an attractive market for Australian wine. Great population demographics. The barriers to import are not insurmountable, and we had a great strategy that sort of allowed us to enter that market with the assistance of the grant money. Typically, the way that wine exporting works is that you'll develop an exclusive, in most markets, an exclusive relationship with an importer, and what happens is that importer then represents your brand in a market. So typically there will be one relationship for each market, and the idea for a wine company exporting is to have as many markets covered as possible. So for us, the Access Asia grant project enabled us to develop the relationship with the importer, and we now have a relationship with that importer, and they represent our brand into the Taiwan market. Once you've developed that relationship, then it's a matter of certainly nurturing it and making sure that the right messaging is available to the importer to represent your brand in the way it should be. So the Access Asia grant money basically kick-started that process for us, and now we have a relationship. I think with any grant application, having the right skill set in your organisation to certainly apply for the grant and be able to execute against the grant's requirements is important. From a Plantagenet point of view, I certainly engaged with my export consultants, and I have some experience myself in writing grants applications. Allowing enough time to manage the process. I think there is complexities and there's a legal nature to entering these arrangements and agreements, and most importantly, satisfying yourself that you have the expertise within your organisation to execute upon, I guess, the grant funding. So it's one thing to be able to write a grant application, but it's another thing to say and execute and do what you say you're going to do. So Access Asia is a really important program. There's a number of different programs available to exporters, but this program certainly provides a real impetus to key Asian markets. And I think from a wine industry point of view, it's a key success factor. So different industries will have different life cycles. In Australia, the domestic wine market is very saturated. So for a wine industry, it's really important to develop new markets. So programs like Access Asia are critical in helping the industry succeed.